Hello everyone! In case you haven't guessed by my garb today, we are back with another Witcher novel, Blood of Elves by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the third book published in the Witcher series, and I still liked it. I think, to me, watching the Netflix series beforehand really helped. And maybe this is just me, but reading the Witcher books, there are just so many characters introduced, but kind of not given a backstory, or they're just a bunch of random kings, and then there's a bunch of random wizards, and it says who they are, like Vilgefort, powerful, head wizard, or whatever. And you're like, oh, okay. But you still really don't know how the hierarchy works, or what's happening, and yeah, so that's a little bit confusing, even to me, who's seeing the Netflix series, to remember who everyone is in the Witcher books. And yeah, I just jumped right into my main criticism. I still liked it, but that was my main criticism. Is I feel like there's so many characters just suddenly introduced, but no backstory, no nothing. You don't know how their society quite works yet, and everything. You get the main conflicts. The elves and the humans are fighting with each other. Humans are obviously trying to kill everything that's not a human, basically, and then there's sorcerers and there's kings, and the sorcerers work with the kings and or for them and stuff like that. So you kind of get it, but I definitely think watching, at least for me, like I said, watching the TV series beforehand definitely helped me to remember who all of the characters were. And then my other main criticism of Blood of Elves was the amount of dialogue. I'm not saying dialogue is bad. If you can write really good dialogue, it's awesome. It is hard sometimes to write something, especially dialogue, that people are going to be like, no one will ever say that, but still be interesting, you know? So there's just this one chapter where all these kings are just discussing things for pages and pages and pages, and I was like, please, just sum it up, wrap it up, get on with it. But then there were other parts with dialogue, like when Ciri is training with the Witchers, that was fantastically written, and I loved those parts. So it just depended, back and forth. And Ciri is still awesome. She is so, to me, so cute and innocent in these books. She's obviously seen a lot of crap. She's not an innocent, dumb girl, but she still really likes Geralt, and she still really is just a young girl, and I really love seeing her character and that. I think Yennefer's still horrible. I still don't understand what Geralt sees in her. I'm hoping she has some freaking character arc that makes her better later, because she just is rude to me, rude to everyone. Just not a nice person, period, at all. Don't like Yennefer. Yeah, don't like her. So like I said, hopefully in the next book, or in all the other books, she'll have some sort of character development, because if Geralt still likes her then, and she's still the same person, I'm like, no. Please, don't fall in love with someone just because she's a pretty sorceress. Anyways. Like I said, it was still good. I like Ciri. I like her developing relationships with the dwarves at one point, and seeing that just because people aren't humans doesn't mean that we're different. We can still all get along, people. So that was really good to see, and I did like it. I missed seeing Geralt a lot more, because I think the book was more exciting when he was in it, and when it's just Ciri training at the temple, I did think it was a little bit dull, but still worth the read, Obviously, it's part of a series, and I'm going to finish the series, so I have to read it, no matter if I think it's fantastically amazing and captivating or not. I would definitely suggest it. So though, especially if you like fantasy books and you're into The Witcher already, you've already read the first two, might as well just continue, because it's still good enough to read. I mean, I read this one way faster than I read the second one, just because the first chapter of that second one totally bogged me down for a while, just because it was so, or not the first chapter, the first story, since it was a short story collection. It just bogged me down for a while, and I couldn't get through it. But I got through the third one a lot faster. Yeah. Yennefer does have one good part in here where she somewhat redeems herself and does something good. So hopefully that continues on throughout the books, because she is literally my biggest complaint with the books, because I don't get what Geralt sees in her. Anyways, so that was The Blood of Elves by Andrzej Sapkowski. Still definitely suggest, especially if you love fantasy and if you've watched Netflix's The Witcher. So today, my question is, Why? And that's it. If you like book reviews and reading, please subscribe, like, and comment down below on your answer to the question, why?